can also be deadly.
This angry man is grappling with a very modern frustration, his new computer. After waiting 45 minutes on hold for technical support, he finally gets a human being.
Tech support, this is Sarah. May I help you?
Oh, it's about time. What are you people doing over there? I've been on hold almost an hour.
What seems to be the problem, sir?
He says that he just received this infernal machine in the mail, and he's spent hours trying to print a simple document.
But I can't get this stupid thing to print. I just keep getting...
But all he gets are error messages. The tech support woman is glad to help him, but the call will cost $40 plus $3 a minute.
What? I just spent $1,200. I'm not spending another cent just to get it to print.
The woman impatiently asks him what kind of error message she's getting. He hits a key, and when the message comes up, he reads it to her.
It says printer error. A fatal error at module XR65555.34 has canceled the print command.
When she hears it, she regrets to inform him that he's experiencing a hardware problem.
You think? I didn't need to call...
The customer demands they send someone over to fix it right away.
Fix this thing.
But the woman explains that they are only a mail-order retailer. They don't have repair technicians. If he wants his computer fixed, he'll have to return it to the manufacturer.
That's in Malaysia.
Malaysia? You gotta be kidding me! Look.
That tears it. The customer unloads on the service tech, demanding to know her full name, her number, and who it is he can sue. Offended by his abuse, the woman simply hangs up.
Tech support, this is Sarah. How may I help you?
And she's on to the next call.
Hello? Hello?
Enraged beyond reason, he vows that he's not going to let her get away with this. The next afternoon, the tech support woman is on the phone as usual, offering help at $3 a minute when she receives an unexpected delivery, a brilliant bouquet of flowers. Even her fellow workers take notice. But who is it from? She opens the card, but there's no signature, just a note saying, for someone who deserves it.
Someone's got a secret admirer.
And for the rest of the afternoon, she's the star of the office, with everyone wondering who her bashful new beau might be. By day's end, she's on a high, and she gathers her things to go home, hoping that her mystery man will make himself known. And as she exits the office, he soon does. But unfortunately for her, he's not an admirer. He's the irate customer she hung up on the day before, and he's plotted a deadly payback. Knowing only her first name and the location of her company, he sent her a showy bouquet of flowers, a perfect mark to identify his target and take his revenge. This is one error message that needs no tech support. But did an infuriated customer really use a bouquet of flowers to identify his victim? Or is this story a bunch of colorful lies? This brutal legend goes back to about 1999, and that seems about right, because it was not long before then that telemarketing, tech support calls, and automated phone trees became a pervasive and often infuriating fact of modern life.
84%, according to national surveys, of people that call centers have a negative attitude towards the call center itself and the service they receive. Most likely they've been on hold for anywhere from 5 minutes to over an hour before even getting to talk to this person. And you have to understand, you're talking to somebody that's getting paid just slightly more than a hamburger flipper.
Question is, could this frustration drive a man to murder?
People are used to going into a retail store and having someone to talk to, a physical presence. When they are talking to somebody on the telephone at a call center, they're not empowered at all. They're at the mercy of the individual. And then you incorporate that with someone that may have some mental problems and be right on the edge. And I could see something like this happen.
Certainly, it's enough to inspire the creation of a national do not call registry designed to fend off unwanted telephone solicitations. But aren't there safeguards against dangerously unbalanced people?
part of being in the call center business is knowing how to deal with upset callers, because people are sometimes upset about a particular situation that has happened. We specifically tell trainees regarding customer service about how to really listen to the customer so that they can actually know and understand what the customer needs are.
But if you did have one sufficiently irate customer, could he get flowers sent to a woman in a phone bank whose face he's never seen and whose last name he doesn't know?
We do get orders that only place a first name on the order, but occasionally it might happen because someone fell in love with someone that works at a restaurant, and she might be a waitress, etc., and they want to get to know that last name, and one way to do that is sending flowers.
So there is the potential for the legend being true. But even if the killer could successfully mark his victim with a beautiful bouquet, just how easy is it to pick off a target from a rooftop? Well, there certainly is a breed of marksman trained to do just that. A sniper plays a critical role in many combat situations where the enemy is far away and may be camouflaged behind a lot more than a bouquet of flowers. It's a precision business, and it does make the legend potentially true. But how likely is it to be true? Just how much training does it take? A good place to find out is the McMillan Sniper School in Arizona.
Okay, the legend that we're discussing is actually a lot tougher than it looks to accomplish. It's much easier to miss a shot than it is to make the shot. The actual process for an actual taking of a shot is a long, extensive process. 90% is preparation. Pulling the trigger is the easy part. We're talking about measuring the distance necessarily with either the scope or with a laser rangefinder or both, and splitting the difference. Being able to judge the wind, being able to judge the temperature, the humidity, barometric pressure, the altitude, the angle you're shooting at, if there's any type of grass or glass in between you and the potential target. There's a lot that goes into it.
Then there's the fact that the angry man in the legend is aiming at a moving target.
Moving target's the hardest thing we have, because now all those factors we've discussed, equipment, training, range, and wind, are all multiplied exponentially, increasing the opportunity to actually miss the target. Moving target's the hardest thing there is to hit.
And since no part of the legend suggests the angry caller has military training, there's only one conclusion that makes sense. It never happened. Because there are safeguards against a lovely gift associated with affection being delivered in the service of a murder. Many phone services don't provide real names at all, and the phone banks are often located in other states or even other countries. In the end, a vengeful caller could not deliver his deadly bouquet to the object of his disaffection. In this story, death is caused by a vengeful caller. But in our next legend, death is caused by a vengeful cactus. True or false? The traditional symbol of medicine, the caduceus, incorporates a worm curled around a staff, not a snake.